Hey, in this series of neuroanatomy, we are going to discuss very important part, that is blood supply of the brain. Brain. The human brain is incredible and we must know its blood supply to identify many clinical presentations. Let's start. So, what is the primary organ which supply blood to the other parts? That is the question. Yes, it is heart, right? Let's imagine it's your heart and it's pumping blood. Lub-dub, 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 lub-dub. Yes? Now, here we have the question, that is how this blood passes toward the brain. Can your heart supply your brain like this? Like this electric circuit? No, this is not gonna happen. Basically, there are two paired of arteries which are responsible for the blood supply to the brain: the internal carotid artery and vertebral artery. The internal carotid artery which supply about 80% of the blood, while remaining 20% is supplied by vertebral artery. Let's go back to the heart. So it is your heart, right, which is source of our blood supply. And here we have the aorta. This is left subclavian artery and this is left common carotid artery. All are branches from the arch of aorta, right? Now, look over here. This is the diagram. Here we have aorta. This is left subclavian artery and this is right subclavian artery. And this vertebral artery, it is a branch of this subclavian artery. Yes, this is the branch of subclavian artery. And this is right and this is left. These both right and left vertebral arteries combine and form basilar artery. And this basilar artery contribute to the blood supply of the brain. And what about internal carotid artery, which supply about 80% of the blood? So this is common carotid artery, which further gives two main branches, that is external carotid artery and internal carotid artery, from which the internal carotid artery supply blood to the brain anteriorly. And don't get confused over this stuff. This is what called as circle of Willis. And in this lecture, we are going to simplify it. It's my promise. Just stay focused for some time. Before going to start with circle of Willis, let's clear some point regarding vertebral artery. When we're talking about the vertebral artery, there is a very important point to note, that when they originate from subclavian artery and reaches toward to the transverse process of the cervical vertebra, and from this foramen transversarium, this is the foramen transversarium, and from this foramen transversarium it reaches to foramen magnum. This is foramen magnum, and from this foramen magnum the vertebral artery enter into cranial cavity. So the vertebral artery is entered through foramen magnum, and two vertebral arteries combine to form basilar artery, right? Look for this image. These are vertebral arteries and they combined here and form basilar artery. And I am giving you a simple task. Please do this. लेबल दिस सर्वाइकल वर्टेब्रा इन कमेंट बॉक्स. मुझे नहीं पता आप बुक से देख रहे हो या नेट से छाप रहे हो, बस कमेंट पढ़नी चाहिए, बिकॉज इट इज़ बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू ओनली. नाउ come to the most important point of this lecture, that is circle of Willis. This is how circle of Willis looks like, and we are going to simplify it. Take a pen and paper and try to draw a diagram with me. So first of all, make hexagon. I know you are medico, but I guess you know that this is hexagon. Now draw two lines above it, just like antenna. So we draw this two line here. Now in middle part, take two horizontal lines like this. Now you are drawing with me now. I know that you are not, but I assume that you are drawing. And in lower corners, make two horizontal lines like this. So we have three cerebral arteries. This is anterior cerebral artery. In middle part, this horizontal line representing middle cerebral artery, and this is posterior cerebral artery. You can compare this diagram from this 2D structure of circle of Willis This is anterior cerebral artery, this is middle cerebral artery, and this one is posterior cerebral artery. Let's draw a vertical line here, which is a basilar artery, which is combination of two cerebral arteries. Yes, this is vertebral arteries which combine to form basilar artery. I think you are completely absorbed into this video, right? And if you are, then here you should have a question regarding where the fucking internal carotid artery, which supply about 80% of the blood to the brain. I never mentioned it. So, in the middle of this hexagon, let's draw two horizontal lines which are just opposite to middle cerebral artery facing into hexagon, and these two are internal carotid artery. And in this whole diagram we left two lines, if you remember. So this is anterior communicating artery which form communication between two anterior cerebral arteries, easy to memorize. And we left this, so this is posterior communicating artery which form communication between posterior cerebral artery with middle cerebral artery. Yes, so it quite easy way to learn circle of Willis. Let's summarize its important points. So basically, if we summarize the circle of Willis, so it is present at the base of brain in interpeduncular area at subarachnoid space. So basically it is present in subarachnoid space and contributed by mainly two arteries, that is internal carotid artery anteriorly and vertebral artery posteriorly. Yes, the examiner might ask you a question regarding berry aneurysm incidence. So remember that at this point, that is in anterior communicating artery, about 40% of incidents are found. So in this point, that is in anterior communicating artery, about 40% of the berry aneurysm incidents are found. So it is the most common site for berry aneurysm. So this is all important point regarding the blood supply of the brain. There are many topics which are left here, that is the branches of these cerebral arteries. Yes, which artery is going to supply which part of the brain. So these topics are left here. So if you want the next part of this lecture, you can comment in comment below section. Thank you for watching this video. Do your hard work. You will definitely find a success. Thank you.